There's a lot of big pop stuff that we've been listening to as a band, so I think you wouldn't necessarily make the connection between the record that we have coming out and all the Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus and Carly Rae Jepsen we've been listening to, but that stuff happens a lot in the band. I think in our minds anyway, it's a big influence.
Yeah, a lot of ways we're pop junkies. We love pop music a lot, and by pop I don't mean just like the mega superstar pop. I mean popular music, like, you know, radio friendly music that does really well. But like we can go back to classics, like Meatloaf was a great influence. Shout out to Meatloaf. He's number 2. It's Alex Ebert from Edward Sharpe and then Meatloaf, who I want to meet next. You know, Arcade Fire, Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, there's a song on the record where we did the horns and I tried really hard to make them sound just like Dark End of the Street. You know, that song by Otis Redding. So like there's little moments of influence in there.
We're heavily folk influenced band with our instruments and stuff, but this album we really tried to focus on writing a record without our instruments in our hands, because the last 2 records were basically us just playing our instruments, so we really wanted to kind of start from scratch and write these songs and put the best instruments for each song before we all got a chance to actually play on it, which I know sounds kind of weird, but we just wanted kind of a fresher sound, a little bit different, and not to kind of fall into the same sound we had for the last 2 records.
Yeah, like maybe using the studio as an instrument rather than, you know, what we do live.
Like all the demos, it was sweet, all the demos would just start with like massive dance kicks. Everything starts with a massive dance kick that goes poof, 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 and then it slowly worked its way back into real drums, obviously, and different drum beats.
A lot of these songs were born in the demo stage and didn't have a lot of live experience, but I think our experience as a live band and the confidence that gave us and like the sense that we know what we can do and we know like what feels good live, I think influenced how the songs came out, even though it was maybe more of a like bedroom, you know, demo studio kind of record than our own.
The cover art is sort of based off of the old James Bond movie Live and Let Die. And there was this funeral march, and I saw it as a kid, and I was like blown away. I had never seen anything like that before. A funeral march that's like a celebratory thing with music and colors, and I still remember being young and seeing that and going, wow, that was so cool, and it stuck in my brain. So when it came time to decide on an album cover, we said, let's try to recreate a really fun and dazzling funeral march, and our songs talk about death a lot, so we thought it really fit the bill, and then we passed on that information to our wonderful illustrator who kind of brought all the characters and the creatures to life, and that's basically kind of how it is.
Yeah, shout out to Joel Hustack, the like amazing Canadian illustrator who does all our album art.
Well, I can't speak for these guys, but I gotta be honest with you. 2 nights ago, I ran into the lead singer of Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, and I totally freaked out, and I waited for him in the bathroom to come out of the bathroom, and then I was like, dude, you know, and I literally go, dude, like, you have no idea, you're my musical idol, you're so great, I can't believe I'm meeting you, have you by chance ever heard of our band, the Strumbellas? And he goes, the Strumbellas? I go, oh, you just broke my heart, dude.
There's just something about that song. I don't know if anyone in the band was like a huge fan of Cold War Kids before that song happened, but it's getting played a lot in Toronto, where we're all from that area, and I don't know, just everyone likes it. We all like really different music, and we fight over it, and it gets really mean. But somehow there's something about Cold War Kids, like about that song First, that was able to bring together the band, and we all like it for some weird reason.
And it's one of those songs that you just don't get sick of. It's so strange. Like so many songs you get sick of after you hear it on the radio so much. But that one, you just, every time it comes on, you crank it. I don't know, it's weird. They really nailed making a really comforting song. Well, we're going to have to line a lot of people's pockets, maybe?
Yeah, well, that's number 1. 2, stay this good looking.
Yeah, that's one thing we don't lack is good looks.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
And number 3, you know, kick a few people out. Maybe me.
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere with 6 people in the band.
Yeah,
so.
streamline the operation.
Yeah.